the Alana podcast, Brave Girl Conversations. Hi friends, this is your host Alana Burwell. Brave Girl Conversations is about brave girls of the past, brave girls of today, reviews of books I have read, and sometimes talk to friends and family about stuff. So let's go! Today, I will discuss my 3rd grade overnight field trip at a farm in 2024. I will be joined by my parents who did not go with me. Say hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi.
Hi.
I will talk about my experience. Then, I will ask my parents one big question. Are you ready? Let's jump right in. It was the day of the trip. I was part nervous, part excited, nervous-sided. I was ready to go because Mom and I packed ahead of time. All there was left to do was grab a bite to eat and check my belongings before we headed off to school. Once we got to school, I gave Mommy a big hug because she didn't go. Neither did Daddy. Each chaperone had 3 to 4 children, so I traveled with 3 other friends. When we got there, we were greeted by Scooby the sheepdog. We dropped off our bags and headed to the veranda to hear who our roommates were. We spent 2 nights and 3 days away from home. We shared chores like fixing dinner, washing dishes, and tending to the animals. We did activities like roasting marshmallows, doing a scavenger hunt, practicing for our 3rd grade play, and story time. On the farm, we fed and milked cows, we fed piglets, and we collected eggs from chickens. On our walks, we met mini horses, big horses, and llama. The nights were pretty quiet. So quiet that some of us had trouble going to sleep. Others had stuffed animals. I shared with my roommates my meditation exercise to help with falling asleep, and it worked. Rise and shine was our morning greeting. We started the day with breakfast and then a bit of chill time. Enough time to try and find the 9 cats that roamed around the farm. I remember that it rained on the 2nd day. We just threw on our rain jackets and still played outside. The big difference between my life at home and my life on the farm is, at home, it is just me, my cat, and my parents. Outside, there are a lot of car alarms, train horns, also unnecessary yelling and screaming. A lot of digital distractions like televisions, computers, phones, video game consoles, and radios. On the farm, I didn't have to worry about all those things. 0 technology whatsoever. Hey, Daddy.
Yes, Alana.
What was your biggest fear when I was on my class trip?
Well, my biggest fear was that you would be lonely and scared and you would miss us and the cat and you wouldn't have any fun, but I think you overcame all of that.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, Mommy, what was your biggest fear while I was away?
I think my biggest fear when you were away is not being able to know if you were safe or not. And I think that with the teachers, the chaperones staying in contact with me via text, that made me feel comforted, especially when they sent me pictures of how much fun you were having.
Thanks for sharing, Mom and Dad.
You're welcome.
You're most welcome.
In conclusion, my farm experience taught me that you don't need technology every day. At home, we use technology, but we make time for doing something productive, like reading books, playing board games, getting outdoors, and just spending time together as a family. The pandemic taught me a few things. It taught me that the most important things in life are health, love, time, and family. And none of these come with a charging cord. Thanks for listening to the show. Up next is a story about a farm. Today's story is The Little Red Hen by Paul Galdone. Once upon a time, a cat and a dog and a mouse and a little red hen all lived together in a cozy little house. The cat liked to sleep all day on the soft couch. The dog liked to nap all day on the sunny back porch, and the mouse liked to snooze all day in the warm chair by the fireside. So the little red hen had to do all the housework. She cooked the meals and washed the dishes and made the beds. She swept the floor and washed the windows and mended the clothes. She raked the leaves and mowed the grass and hoed the garden. One day, when she was hoeing the garden, she found some grains of wheat. "Who will plant all this wheat?" cried the little red hen. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen, and she did. Each morning, the little red hen watered the wheat and pulled the weeds. Soon, the wheat pushed through the ground and began to grow tall. When the wheat was ripe, the little red hen asked, "Who will cut this wheat?" "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen. And she did. When the wheat was all cut, the little red hen asked, "Now who will take this wheat to the mill to be ground into flour?" "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen, and she did. The little red hen returned from the mill carrying a small bag of fine white flour. "Who will make a cake from this fine white flour?" asked the little red hen. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen, and she did. She gathered sticks and made a fire in the stove. Then she took milk and sugar and eggs and butter and mixed them in a big bowl with the fine white flour. When the oven was hot, she poured the cake batter into a shining pan and put it in the oven. Soon, a delicious smell filled the cozy little house. The cat got off the soft couch and strolled into the kitchen. The dog got up from the sunny back porch and came into the kitchen. The mouse jumped down from his warm chair and scampered into the kitchen. The little red hen was just taking a beautiful cake out of the oven. "Who will eat this cake?" asked the little red hen. "I will," said the cat. "I will," said the dog. "I will," cried the mouse. But the little red hen said, "All by myself. I planted the wheat, I tended the wheat, I cut the wheat, I took the wheat to the mill to be ground into flour. All by myself, I gathered the sticks, I built the fire, I mixed the cake, and all by myself, I am going to eat it." And so she did, to the very last crumb. After that, whenever there was work to be done, the little red hen had 3 very eager helpers. The end. Doesn't that story teach a valuable lesson about hard work and reward? I sure thought so. Well, that's all, folks. See you next time on the Alana Podcast. Brave Girl Conversation. Bye.